let's talk about collision numbers.
Okay.
The first week. Mm-hmm. What did you predict for the first week?
I predicted 8:30. It came out as 8:16.
Well, you were Nostradamus. Yeah, you forecast the future, and it was 816,000 the first week on AEW Collision, and that's on TBS or.
Oh, we argued over this last time. It's either on TBS or TNT. I don't know. I think it's on.
Well, they're about the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and everybody was expecting a drop the next week, but it dropped more than I thought it would to $5.95.
It's on TNT.
Yeah. So it dropped over 200,000 viewers. And the show wasn't that bad. The show was a decent show. Now they're going into the third week and they drop even lower than that to 452,000.
I want to bring something up, right? So there's, yes, fine, extenuating circumstances with the weekend because, as you pointed out, it's 4th of July weekend. People are going away. It's also a Saturday. I mean, for one, why anyone would pick a Saturday evening for a show like this, goodness knows. But, people have been beating that dead horse for months now. It's always been a bad night. The fact is that I actually listened to Dave Meltzer talk about this, and I was waiting for the usual, oh, well, it's not that bad of a number. There's 4th of July weekend. Even Dave Meltzer went, that's a crappy number. And guess what? Mm-hmm. The competition's only going to get worse from here. There's, as you keep saying, college football later in the year. SummerSlam is going to be early August. That's going to be running direct against Collision. And, the sports that people go out on a Saturday night. And what's even worse is I know the Collision shows have been in Canada, and it's the wrong time to run in Canada because people don't go to shows in Canada in the summer apparently anyway. But the fact is that people do go out to shows on a Saturday night, and they're not even really selling tickets to Collision shows in the future as well. So I don't see much interest short term, quite frankly, let alone long term. They're going to have to do something quite spectacular to get serious interest in this.
Well, I think that ship has sailed. What they're saying now is TBS or TNT, mm-hmm. They offered Tony Khan a set amount of money to put a show on Saturday night. So if they did, that's great for Tony. Hope they did, because it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what it draws, as long as it's a decent show. But how much did he make off this? It was a 5-year deal?
Yeah, several-year deal, but the money's not been released how much he made.
Well, they put it up a total of almost $1 billion.
I think that was a bit of an apocryphal number.
What's that word? What's that word?
Made up.
Oh, okay.
It's a good word. Yeah, apocryphal. It's like an apocryphal tale.
Yeah, that is a good word. But I think the $1 billion number was kind of manufactured. But I don't know. But Saturday night is a bad night. It's always been a bad night. Now, when TBS had it years and years and years ago on WTBS Channel 17, and what was you remembered it because it came on at 6:05
mm-hmm.
Eastern time, and I think was that an hour show or was that a 2-hour show?
I think it could depend. Sometimes it was an hour, sometimes it was 90 minutes. I think it depended on the week sometimes.
Well, actually, they had good shows. I enjoyed them. And they did great business off that. And remember, I mentioned Jim Barnett later on, one of the payoff guys. Mm-hmm. He was actually the owner of the company when they did that, I think. I'm not sure of that. Some historians out there may correct me. Because believe me, when I'm talking here and I get something wrong, I hear about it.
So do I. So do I.
Oh, you're wrong. What are you guys smoking?
Yeah, we don't do corrections either because we just sort of move on. we move on with our lives.
Well, and hey, I've always lived by this motto. Never let facts and stuff get in the way of a good story.
Dutch, I'm going to suggest
that's-
something to you. I'm going to suggest something to you. Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
nice, you know, as one of the stars of the Memphis wrestling territory, you may well agree, why not bring back the Saturday morning big time show? Not like a C show that WWE has, but what if Collision was on? Let's say you got rid of the swearing and, you know, some of the more extreme violence, and you made it a big time 2-hour Saturday morning show, like from 10:30 a.m. or 11 a.m., something like that. I think the kids would watch, or be more likely to watch the show.
Well, yeah, the kids would watch. But you got to also remember that back in those days, the competition wasn't as strong as it would be today. So, but
you know, the adults will be hungover and can't be bothered moving from the bed or, you know, wherever, so they might be more likely to watch it as well.
Well, when the shows would come on back in those days, you know, you were too lazy to get up and change the channel. That was before the remotes. You couldn't do it from the bed. So, but there may be something to that. But I like the 6 o'clock time on Saturday more than the 8, because the 6 is before the people really go out, and they may stay and watch. I don't know. They have debated this for years and years and years and eons, and they'll debate it when the year 2500 is here. What's the good time to have a wrestling? Now they go into streaming. And that's another thing that I hate about all this chain stuff. Stream. I don't even know what streaming is. What is streaming? You can get it at any time.
Yeah, Netflix. I think it's like they always call them over the top streaming subscriptions, like Netflix and Amazon Prime and Disney Plus and that kind of thing.
Well, again, it's one of those technological things that piss me off, that I don't understand them. But not only do I not understand them, nobody takes the time to explain it to me. I mean, and then if you go and read up on it, you don't understand what you're reading. But anyway, so I just dropped the whole subject. But anyway, but getting back to what we're talking about, getting back to wrestling. Yeah, AEW, I don't know if they're concerned with that number or not, but I would be, just as a matter of pride.
Hey, Warner Brothers, I'll guarantee will have, well, not guarantee, I don't know this for sure, but they'll probably have some sort of exit clause in the contract. There may be like performance markers that they expect, and if they don't hit them, maybe they've got an exit clause. I don't know.
Okay. So what do you think their ratings will be Saturday?
I have said to...
Now that's tomorrow, right? Or no?
As this comes out, it'll be tomorrow. I think on Saturday I'll say. Do you know what? It's because CM Punk and Samoa Joe are wrestling, so I think it's going to be about 585, and then by week 6 or 7, I think it'll settle into about 515, 520, as a rolling average, taking into consideration occasional big competition.
Interesting. Now, if you ask me, you know what I'd say? I wouldn't even have an answer, because I don't know. I could never predict ratings. Never. I don't know why. I just couldn't. I was never had a knack of predicting any ratings at all. Now, going back to the TNA days, hell, we would do, even on a tape show, and all the dirt sheets were put out, what happened and all this. Hell, we do 1.5 million, and that was on, I think it was on a Tuesday night sometimes. When was it on?
I don't know. We got it on a different night.
No, we didn't have a Saturday, or I have no idea. But
Thursdays? I seem to think it was maybe it was Thursday here. I don't know if it was Thursday. Anyway.
Yeah, it was Thursdays. It was. But sometimes we do 1.2 million, 1.3 million, 1.4 million. Our biggest audience, I got to get this out.
Oh, no. I'm going to stop you there. I know what it was. We explained this. This was Gail Kim and Awesome Kong.
3.4.
Mm-hmm. And the only one that beat it was Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff with their debut.
Yep, that's right. Mm-hmm. That's the only one that beat it. Against all predictions, Nobody thought it would work.
Because
Except who? Me.